Elon and Trump have fallen out.
Yeah.
We didn't see that coming, did we? We actually did see that coming. It has been in the cards. It has been on the cards for some time.
He was going to always want it. The two big, aren't they? The two big, two massive. You know, they're almost like the positive, negative, where they just can't occupy the same space for too long.
So, like what we did last week with Russell Brand, we're going to go off into separate rooms and we're going to pull a little reading on each.
It's like Mr. and Mrs. this, isn't it?
And then we're going to come back and discuss our findings on the big breakup. So, yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, off to Claire's.
Hey up. So, let's do the tarot reading, looking at, the dynamics behind why, what's going on between Trump and Elon. But before I go there, I want to share something with you that had Elon not put something on his X yesterday, our time, UK time, I would have possibly taken it to my grave or waited until the right time came up. As you know, I did a reading on Virginia Roberts, on the Claire Thackeray channel. And I did it when she'd had the car accident or something, wasn't it? And this was before she'd died, yeah? And I did it, sat down in all innocence and did it. And what I saw in that reading made my blood turn cold. And I sat with it all day and I thought, I can't put it on. I can't put that reading on. And one of the main reasons why I couldn't put it on was because allegedly, according to the cards, the involvement of Trump in her, was off the scale, and it got darker and darker and darker and darker. You know me and my readings, I like to get a bit of joking, lift the energy up, end on a high, and literally there was none of that. I couldn't pull it back. And I sat with it all day, and in the end, I was like, I don't want to bullshit people and not put something on that I've seen, but I actually literally felt at the time to put that on would have been hugely problematic. Especially as I knew that so many people were still totally invested in Trump. And anyway, that was the Claire then a few weeks ago. The Claire now, when I saw what Elon had put on his X, I gasped. And I think anyone could see that, Trump was part of that. He'd been filmed with Epstein on numerous occasions. Devil just dropped out. He'd been filmed with Epstein on numerous occasions. I don't want to go into the details of that reading because it was very deep, it was very dark, and it was very dangerous. But mark my words, what I saw in that reading, I'll never look at Trump in the same light ever again. So I will say as well, any idolization going on in the comments in relation to Trump, not accepted. The effect that had on my body, that reading, it was untrue. And I didn't want to do that to anybody else. So I'm sharing that with you because of what Elon said. But I will possibly take to my grave what I saw. So show me the energy behind this reading. See what I mean? Behind this fallout between Trump and Elon Musk. It is Elon, isn't it? It's not Elon. It's got to be Elon. It's not going to be Elon, is it? Let me know. Elon. Also, as well, we're aware, allegedly, that there's also substance misuse there with Elon. Oh, what's just flipped out. So, Knight of Swords in reverse. When they came in, they were full of all guns blazing and they were going to go for it. But something has come in and stopped them in their tracks. Let's keep shuffling. So, show me the energy behind this fallout between Trump and Musk. Okay. I'm hearing too many kings spoil the broth. Now I know it's too many cooks spoil the broth. We've got King of Swords in reverse. We've got Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Something with finances here. Total non-agreement. When the King of Swords is upright, it's about agreement, he's about, hard work, he's about getting the deals done. He can appear sometimes as a judge, a police officer, a lawyer, he's intelligent. This is really the opposite when he's in reverse. It can also be like toxic traits. Severe toxic traits. God, my words. The end, the world. And with the world in reverse, it doesn't feel as though there's any coming back from this. And we do have the Wheel of Fortune, so this could be them both going off in their own direction. A lot of stuff in the past and battles. Five of Wands. I'm hearing serious battles as well. Ace of Cups. No love lost. We'll pull a deck. Pull a deck. God. We'll pull a card from this deck. Show me the energy behind this fallout between Elon and Trump. Dodging the question. There's a question here that's been dodged. Crypto uncertainty, issues around money. Um, I'm wondering if maybe Elon asked him about Epstein and wanted him to be upfront, or maybe he's found out what I found out. I mean, it's only a few weeks ago, is it a couple of months ago that Virginia died? Yeah. It could even be tied into that. There's something when I read those cards, my blood ran ice cold. Not bullshitting you with there. Tyrannical leadership. So there's tyrannical leadership involved in this. We've got knowledge withheld. There's something that's been withheld, either withheld from Musk or withheld from the people. There's a pursuit of control. We've got two very rich men. I keep getting two cards pulled at the same time. A deal made. A deal has been made. I wonder if one of them or either of them goes off and makes a deal with somebody else, and there's been intimidation tactics going on. Mounting tension. He's in too deep with Trump, is Musk. And he's realised he's a sinking ship, is Trump. Shifting alliances, he's shifted alliances with somebody else. Providing intervention. It's interesting. What's he got in his satchel? Like a little. What is that? See what that is in his satchel. Is it like a gun type thing? It can't be a gun. It's a little boy, for God's sake. Final card, and no, deal is off. So let's have a look at the energy of each. I'm also feeling a concern from Trump towards Elon with addiction. And Trump, I feel, has an issue with, obviously, you would, working with someone that's under the influence. So look at the energy of Trump in this fallout between him and Elon. Okay, Four of Pentacles. Just be checking we're recording. Four of Pentacles, holding on. Three of Pentacles, upright. Wants to hold on to something, wants to hold on to power, wants to hold on to money. Not letting Elon get a chunk of the pie. Not letting him in on decisions. There's been decisions made that Elon's not been part of. There's a lot of exposure possibly coming in around Trump. Too hot to handle. Two of Pentacles in reverse, and we'll do another one, and the Page of Cups in reverse, which can be lack of dreams and lack of ambition. Cold-hearted dreams, cold-hearted ambition. And he's very taking his bat and ball home. I also feel as well you've got two, I'll say it again, you've got two very, very powerful men, and there's ego in this as well. So show me Elon's energy in this breakup. Breakup. Sound like lovers. Show me Elon's energy. It's a past. There's some. I believe he's possibly found something out about Trump in relation to his past. If he's found out, what I saw in those cards, he won't want to touch him with a barge pole. It took me a while to come round after that reading. Three of Pentacles, deeds with others. Four of Cups, doesn't want to know. Wheel of Fortune, wants to focus on his own ambition, his own future. The Fool in reverse. I'm also feeling that Elon's addiction is running out of control more and more as well. He's feeling the pressure. And any addicts, whether you're a sugar addict, a caffeine addict, a cigarette addict, a vape addict, any type of addict, an exercise addict, wine addict, you get pressure, you go for that substance more. So there's that as well. And he knows that he wants there's a part of him that wants to try and bring that back under control because it's more noticeable with I think he's the richest man in the world, is he not? There's a betrayal there, and there's a lack of joy. And one more card, and the world wanting to get as far away from it as possible. I know when I read on this a couple of weeks ago in the Thursday news wrap up thing, the energy between them both was toxic. In fact, I was shocked when that very weekend they were in the Oval Office together when Elon was doing the strange things under influence, that things that he does. It's sad, really. It's sad because I actually think there's a part of Elon that if he could master his genius, if he could, and clean his act up. I think a lot of geniuses do this. They go under the influence of stuff and they can burn brightly too quick. Um, this deck is too. This deck is so smooth. It's all. Yeah, the deck of cards is falling. We've just had the geomagnetic storms as well, which were off the scale, and they will have shone light on all areas of darkness within ourselves, within the collective. Give me a card for Elon. Oh, I've got two. Open negotiations and yes. So he's saying yes to something else. And energy management, he's feeling depleted. He's feeling depleted. He's also seen that there's other dodgy dealings going on within the White House that he's not happy about. And it's almost like there's an element of him looking after his own back as well. Show me Trump's energy. Show me Trump's energy. Settle the cards. Okay. Show me Trump's energy. He's not sustainable. And it's mounting tension. The past is catching up, mounting tension. I'm telling you, there's something gone on there in the past few weeks. Um, Now I'm going to pull a. I was drawn to use this deck as well, Magdalene Oracle, and I don't know what. Oh, I do know why. Because obviously, the Magdalene wound, the Divine Feminine wound. Um, right, okay. So, final card for the fallout between Trump and Musk. Final card. The Matrix and Ascension. Which are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the Matrix? Because that's collapsing. That is, I actually, you have a deck, so you kind of know what cards are in each deck. Um, I'd actually forgotten because when I picked that, I was like, why am I picking that? The Matrix is collapsing. Please, it's not my job to tell people who to support and believe, but he is not a light worker. Trump is not a light worker. Yes, he's here at a higher level to show us something, but all of this stuff out there about he's here to save us, he's here to he's taking advantage. He's taking advantage. And if that triggers people, good. It's so clear. The Matrix and Ascension. I'm feeling that some people will have looked at this and gone, "Whoa, I'm stepping back as well." Some people are so into Trump and the cult of Trump that there's no coming back, unfortunately. But a lot of people, maybe I think, maybe as well, Trump's having to burn himself out. Um, time are we on? And acceptance, the rise in divine feminine, and Sophia. Soften as we step into heart-centered consciousness. As the consciousness on the planet increases, all of this is going to continue to come up at a really, really quick rate. Okay, raking through the leaves. See you soon. Bye.
Okay, a joint tower reading we've got. A joint tower reading, and we're looking at the energies surrounding Donald Trump and Elon Musk. That's what we're looking at today. The energies around Donald Trump and Elon Musk. So hopefully Claire is doing a reading as we speak, and we're going to see what we get here. So we've got Donald Trump and Elon Musk, the most powerful man in the world, on one of the most powerful countries in the world, against the richest man in the world. So we've got an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, potentially. Very interesting. So they were good friends, weren't they, for quite some time. It looks like Elon Musk supported Donald Trump's campaign for his second term with a lot of money. So what has caused this falling out? What has caused this falling out? Is it simply a disagreement over policy, as the media seems to be making out? Let's have a look. First card. Ooh, there we go. There's you, Elon. Elon Musk. He's the Four of Cups. He's bored. He feels unappreciated at this moment in time by Donald. He's put in a lot of money. He's put a lot of effort in. He's put his Three of Cups in. He's tried to offer friendship and harmony and community. And he's tried to be creative and make America great again, as it were, by trying to save the tax dollars and streamline the economy. But right now, Donald Trump has changed his tariffs and his, what's it called, subsidies, I think it is, on electric cars. And Elon's not happy, is he? He's not happy. He's not a happy chappy there. Not a happy chappy at all. Feels unappreciated. So where do we move forward from here then? It's not looking good. They're both at each other's throat. We got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. So, well, there's some joy on the way. Somebody's going to get their way, maybe. Somebody's going to get their way. Somebody's cup is running over, as they say. Who's going to get their way? Donald Trump is doing all these things. Something coming in. Creative new love. Has he got something else up his sleeve with his businesses, maybe? I don't know. Who is this? Who have we got here? Let's pull another card. Oh, that's the Empress in reverse. That's the Empress in reverse. No progression. No progression. Potential domestic issues. Has Elon got troubles at home? He's got some troubles at home, hasn't he? Because his boy smacked him one. That's definitely some form of trouble at home. Yeah, let's pull another card. Let's have another look. I'm just conscious that where these cards are falling on the screen. Let's have a look. So the Page of Swords, curiosity, a message. So yeah, they've been sending messages back and forth, haven't they? Is one of them sending a message that I'm the boss and you're not the boss? Just recently, I think it looks like Donald is backing down to some degree, but I think he's standing by these tariffs. Elon doesn't, subsidies or whatever it is, credits or whatever they are, that there's something that is to do with electric cars and make them cheaper. But I think Donald seems to be spreading that along the field of gasoline cars, hybrid cars and electric cars. So yeah, is a message being sent? Who's it being sent to? Let's have a look. Oh, the Three of Pentacles, that. So they need to start working together again, don't they? So they need to start working together again. Is one disagreeing with the other, saying you need me, you need my money? I think, yeah. So Donald's made all these decisions. Elon's saying, come on, you've got to do it. One hand rubs the other, you know what I mean? You've got to start working with me here. You've got to start working with me here because I can help you out politically. We've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse. So there's going to be setbacks, potentially feeling uninspired. So nothing's changing, is it? In the short term, by the looks of it. What else have we got? That's one more card. Justice. Somebody is going to be happy with the outcome. Somebody will be happy with the outcome. Definitely. They're going to feel justified. They're going to say, this is what we want. Now, is that going to be Donald or is that going to be Elon? I don't think we've found that out, have we? Let's pull another card. That is, the Five of Swords in reverse. Deceit, regret, resentment. So, somebody's not going to be happy with what the justice is. Somebody's going to be in a good mood. Somebody's going to be in a bad mood. Somebody's not going to be happy. Somebody's not going to be happy with how this works out. So there's going to be some resentment from whatever happens. So whether it's Trump not getting his way and having to change his policy, or is it going to be Elon that he's not going to get his way and his business is potentially going to be damaged? Let's have a look. Let's talk about money. So we're talking about a business being damaged. Is Elon's business going to be damaged? Let's have a look. This could be a good card to find out. The Devil card in reverse. Interesting. Interesting. So that could be two different outcomes, really. The independence or taking control. Is somebody going to get their independence from this relationship? Is Donald too tied in to Elon Musk? Is he too ingrained with him because of the money he's taken from him? Is this an independence thing? So is this going to be Elon that's not going to be happy? One more card. Come on. Oh. The Ten of Swords in reverse. I think it's going to be Elon. I think that's Donald Trump making excuses. Well, you know, I'll help you out. You see me, I'll see you. And he's the wheeler dealer, isn't he? So I think it could be Elon that's going to be feeling aggrieved here. The Devil in reverse. Stabbed in the back in reverse. But it also means, yeah, stalling or making excuses. Is there anything about money in there? Let's have a look. Yes, there is. The Happy Ever After card, upside down. So, loss, disharmony. This ain't going to get better anytime soon, is it? Let's put it that way. I don't think this is going to get better any soon. And I think Elon might be getting stabbed in the back here. Even though it's in reverse. Somebody's not going to be happy, are they? We've got the Five of Swords. Somebody's... Oh, is that... Oh, I'm just twisting that around. Because that's regret, isn't it? Is Donald going to regret what he's done with Elon in the long run? And the Ten of Cups. There's going to be a loss and disharmony because of it. Yeah. So there we have it. Not very clear for me. I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon. Both sides are potentially not going to come out of this for the better for it. They seem to work together well as a partnership. And, you know, when you divide these kind of partnerships, things go wrong, don't they? And you get disharmony, discord. Yeah, excuses. Oh, well, you know, yeah, we've got to do this. I've got to do the policy. I've got to look after the oil barons. I need to sell the gasoline. I can't give you a subsidy and just sell electric cars. I've got to look after the oil people as well. Yeah. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Last card. Change. New cycle. Transformation. So something's going to change because of this. Was there a threat by Elon Musk about ousting, impeaching Donald Trump? Is that the ultimate thing that could come out of this? Has he got the power? Has he got the money and the influence to do that? I don't know enough about America and how people do. But something's afoot. Something's going to change within the government, within something. Oh, very interesting. Yeah. See what happens, eh? I don't know. I've gone round in circles. Change. Oh. Yeah. I think the relationship is over. I don't think there's any coming back. There's definitely a change. Who will benefit from it? I don't know. I've also got that card, the growth card. So this could be long. I mean, at the end of the day, he's the one that's got to go off and do his business. So maybe it'll do him good to break away from this, concentrate on his business, look for new horizons. Maybe that's what that change is. Feeling aggrieved. Donald's not going to change his mind. He's got the oil people behind him. They want to sell their gasoline. I think Elon is going to look for new horizons. What those horizons are. Is it a new car? Is it a new venture? Is it a new country? Quite possibly. So, disagreement. Don't think there's much coming back from it. There's going to be a resentment potentially on both sides. One side's going to overcome the other. There's definitely going to be some form of change. But somebody may be looking for new pastures. I could have misread that, and that could be Donald Trump after the impeachment. I don't know. But my intuition is it's Elon. Looking for new ways to move his Tesla business and move it forward, bring the share prices back up. Keep that money rolling in. Right then. I shall send you over to me and Claire and we shall discuss this a little bit further. Why not, eh? See you in a second. Right.
Well, that was a ride, wasn't it? It was an interesting one. A very deep, dark situation, that's for sure.
I think I got it right without even drawing the cards. It was the ultimate force meeting the immovable object. They're just like two titans, aren't they, colliding? Two gladiators.
I've just watched your video, and I think you were spot on with a lot of it. And what I noticed as well when you said round in circles, it's about round in circles, and it's like, well, this situation is round in circles. And I said, didn't I, that I wonder if the past Roman, we know Trump is a Roman emperor, we struggle to pinpoint him.
But this could help pinpointing, because if we're thinking Elon is also a Roman emperor, there's a few that have killed each other off, and one could have killed the other off. So you've got Tiberius got killed off by Caligula. Well, it wasn't Caligula, it was the man in charge of the emperor's soldiers, whatever, I can't think of the term, but the guy in charge of the emperor's soldiers that actually killed him. I've been reading I, Claudius, whether it's true or not, and that's fictional, but that's where I'm getting my information from a fictional book, but it's based on kind of fact, isn't it? So that could be one of them's Caligula and one of them's Tiberius.
Who was it that I said I thought Trump was? Was it Tiberius? I can't remember.
I think did you think he was Augusta?
No.
Because again, I think in I, Claudius, I think Augusta potentially got killed off at the end as well, poisoned.
Wasn't it? I'm sure it was Tiberius. I don't know, I'll have a look.
So Augustus is Octavius, who was like Julius Caesar's adopted son, and he ruled for quite some time. And then Tiberius is another adopted son, and all the real sons got killed off by the opposition, as it were. So there could be any one of sons that are in there. But if we're looking at emperors, then we could look no further than a Tiberius and Caligula.
Is Tiberius the one that had the island with the children, etc.? Spent the rest of his life on an island with children?
Yeah.
That's him then. That's him. Somebody put that. Somebody put that in the comments about it.
He went quite deranged near the end, and I think I don't think it was iClaw, but it's a sequel. I can't remember what the sequel's called, but he mentions in there that he actually went deranged because he was surrounded by so many dark people. He wanted to be the darkest person. You know what I mean? So, has one of them been surrounded by dark people at some point?
Well, that's just come up in my reading.
Well, let's just stick to what we've seen. Let's just stick to what we've seen in newspapers. But didn't we see something about Elon Musk mentioning the Epstein files
on his ex?
Yeah. So there we go. Read into it how you like. Yeah. So Epstein, notorious paedophile and people trafficker, with a massive island full of quite like Sicily, maybe. Maybe they had a cliff that they threw people off. I don't know. That's what they had in Sicily. They used to throw them off the cliff when they disapproved of him. They just threw off the cliffs and down into the beach. You know what I mean? So they had this magical island. So
it's very deep. It's very dark. It's very dangerous, and
you think when you go back to the Roman times. Am I digressing? I'm not talking over. Sorry, I get excited about history. I love it. Emperors and that, they had their freedmen. They had ex-slaves that become freemen. They weren't citizens of Rome, but they were freedmen. So the most famous ones are like Narcissus, who was Claudius's freedman, and Pelles, who was Narcissus' freedman. But Tiberius and Caligula would have had their own freedmen, and those would have been the ones that did sorted everything out for them. So was Epstein a freedman? You know what I mean? Was he the guy that sorted it out? I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I digging too deep there?
Yeah. It's very, to me, it all rings very true, and how the story's unfolding. And those two cards I got at the end of mine, the Ascension and the Matrix, that blew my brain. And
it probably does spring true, because Caligula allegedly killed Tiberius, or was associated with him. I think he was going to do it, but I think he's the head of the guards did it instead. But yeah, so is Donald Trump afraid that Elon Musk will stab him in the back, and that's one of the cards I got, wasn't it? The
Well, one of the
stab in
things
the back
I forgot
card.
to mention in my reading was the fact that at the time of filming, I went on to his ex this morning, Trump's ex, because he went nuclear, Musk went nuclear, and Trump had deleted all his exes off his tweets. And it's almost like somebody said, you really need to stop messing with Musk because it will, this is getting dangerous.
Well, again, that's what I think I read in the news. I don't know if it's newspapers online, Sky News or whatever, and I think it mentioned that Elon could spread his money around opposition parties.
Well, he's already talking about doing another party.
Yeah, and knocking the Republicans out of the Senate. And which will take all Donald Trump's power away completely, and you become a lame duck president if you haven't got the Senate behind you. I think that's true. Any Americans that are watching, let me know. I think that's true, that if the Senate's not behind the president, that they can't actually do anything. You know what I mean? They become almost a lame duck. And I think that was what Joe Biden was, because the Senate was all Republican, I think, and he couldn't really do much.
Anything about American politics.
Only what I've seen on the telly. But yeah, so that was the ultimate card for me. Somebody's got new horizons. My intuition was it was Elon, and that he's going to just say, you know what, I don't want to get into this fight with the American government. What's the point? It's only going to damage my business. Let's just move on, find something new, make a new car model. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I think as well that's similar to what I've got. Obviously in a totally different way, in a different deck. It's about going forward now, and possibly a message to the USA and the people of the USA, especially if people are scared by all of this. Don't be scared by any of it. This has to happen. We have to go through this, and I think there are many lessons to be learned from this. And I think there's lessons to be learned in relation to idolisation and no judgment. We're all guilty of it. We would all hope that somebody's going to come in and change the world, but maybe in their behaviours they are changing the world, but not in the way that people have said they're going to change the world.
The second to last card was that.
Which is death and rebirth.
Change as well, isn't it? So is this them changing the narrative from their past life of Caligula and Tiberius? Now, I'm not saying Donald Trump was involved with the Epstein or anything. That could be his way of getting out of his past lives, that he actually found this amazing island that was Tiberius's island all over again, and he might have gone, no, I'm not having any of that. We don't know. We've not seen any of the files. So Donald
Cook. The files are in it.
We don't know.
He's in the files. That's what Musk has said.
Well, it's allegedly.
Well, there's a lot of other people in these files. It's a shit show, really.
I think there's a lot of people involved in these files, and not all of them would have had any kind of influence. They might have just gone because that's the place to go. You know what I mean? It's like all the A-list celebrities go to a particular bar in Hollywood. You know what I mean? It might have been the place to go where you show your face and you get the deal done. You know what I mean? And we don't know. Donald Trump could have been just doing that.
There is that video footage though as well that Elon's leaked of him dancing with women and young women having all kinds of young women over him, and
possibly, but
again, it's young women. It's not young girls.
But men are like that all over. You know what I mean? There's bloody lap dancing bars all around Leeds. You know what I mean? Powerful men have been doing that all the time. At some point, Donald Trump could have said, "No, I'm going to make a change. I'm not going to be Tiberius anymore." Or he could have followed with his past life and been involved. I don't know. You make that decision. I'm not going to make that decision. But that card come up, so there is going to be a change from that. If those two characters are those two characters, I think there's going to be a change in this lifetime. That's what I think.
Hopefully there is, and hopefully they burn whatever it is out of their systems. So they don't take it on with them. Yeah,
and it doesn't harm the American people, which is the most important thing. You know, they're in government at the end of the day, or Elon was. They're in government, and to be in government, it should be all about the people, not yourselves. It shouldn't be a personal thing. You shouldn't be taking on personal arguments, disputes. You should be doing the work for the people. Is that not even in the Constitution or in the Declaration? What's it? For the people?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've seen it. I think I've seen it on Kindergarten Cop, and that's about it. and when the kids do the speech. Is it the Declaration of Independence that, or where they have the, or is it the saying that you say when you become a citizen?
I don't know.
You hold the hand up and you become an American citizen. There's what's the word I'm looking for? Like a motto. No, it's not a motto, but a speech or something you do to declare that you. Maybe it is the Declaration of Independence. No, that's what they signed for that. Sorry, America. My ignorance of American history is leaps no bounds. But I'm sure you'll let me know. But there is the national. Help me out.
I don't know.
They do the national declaration that when you become. If I went to America and want to become a citizen,
I don't know.
You
have another one for the United Kingdom.
God save the Queen, innit? I don't know. I don't think we have one. That's the thing. You know what I mean? They'll just let anybody in. That's a different matter. But yeah, you have to declare yourself as an American citizen, don't you? I can't fit. My dyslexic brain cannot think of the word under pressure.
The dyslexic brain.
Yeah, the dyslexic brain will not let me think under pressure, so I can't think of the word. As soon as I've stopped recording, I'll go, damn it, that's it. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll agree with you.
Allegedly, according to the cards, that Trump is still part of it, or was a strong part of it. Because I actually have only got a little bit of a pile of cards here, but I thought I'm going to use this deck and shuffle some, and I got the Empress in reverse, creating something that's not nice, and Three of Pentacles is, allegedly according to the cards. So some things flipped Musk out.
I think
various things have flipped Musk out.
Unfortunately, to get to that height, president level, you've got to have done something. I'm sorry. You've at least stabbed somebody in the back along the way to get there. You've robbed somebody blind, or you know what I mean. There's no. I can't see that there'd be many presidents who've get up there without any skeletons in the closet. And most people are behind them, and I've said here that Trump's probably getting his arm pulled by the oil cabal. I don't know.
Love these words that he's throwing out here, Epstein cabal. Keep going, Gary, get us banned.
But you know what I mean,
God.
It's not cabal. It's not. It's the oil barons. They have a specific word for it in America, where they've got the coal people, the oil people, and they're all just a big sector, and they all lobby together and go to the government because they want to sell their products. Why not? They want to sell their products. But things like that, we don't really want to be selling anymore because they're killing Mother Earth, quite literally. But
see, that could also be as well. The Empress in reverse can also, in this reading, represent, Mother Earth in reverse. As there's something with the environment, and
yeah. Well, Trump's harming the environment by continuously wanting to sell petrol cars, gasoline cars. It's simple as we burn gasoline, petrol. It's harming the environment. It's harming the environment. Simple as. But that's what he wants to do.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we've fallen down that rabbit hole, haven't we?
It is what it is. It's you watch a video like this. It is what it is. We only tell you what we see in the cards.
Yeah. But that New Horizon cards is more important. And I hope he does find a New Horizon, Elon Musk, and he invents something better than the electric car that's environmentally friendly. It's not filled with batteries that are not very environmentally friendly either to manufacture, and they're all very, minerals that are hard to find and things like that. So hopefully he gets something better than the Tesla car. And he can go to Donald Trump because I've got even more money.
And I hope he gives his head a shake, and I hope he cracks his addiction. And American people sending love and blessings, and Trump, well, he'll just have to work it out between him and his gods.
Yeah, I think.
And hopefully that one day he can.
I don't think it'd be the last time he throws his rattle out of the pram.
Oh, his tin of fake tan.
Oh. Now that's getting personal.
He's looking older, you know.
What, Donald? He's old. I'm sorry. I do apologise to people who are the same age as Donald Trump.
He's looking very old lately.
But anybody out there who's the same age as Donald Trump, imagine being the president of your country. I don't think you'd be wanting to do it. I wouldn't want to be doing that job at that age. I really wouldn't.
We watched a video about it the other day, somebody saying exactly that. It's barbaric. Even Biden was too old for it. It was too old.
Yeah, no, this is no political party thing.
No,
anybody to a certain age, the King of England, he shouldn't be doing that job. Sorry, period. The Queen of England shouldn't have been doing that job at that age.
She's off now.
No, it's, you know.
Well, yeah, because
people deserve a retirement.
Yeah.
People deserve a retirement.
I think sometimes people get hold of that power and they can't let it go, or the duty that they feel that they're bringing.
I've got no party political allegiance or any kind of allegiance to anything. I'll just see it as I see it. And you know, I think at some stage people have just got to go. You know, I've had, you know, I need to rest and recuperate. I need to retire and live my life in a nice way.
Definitely. One of you's put a brilliant comment ages ago when I mentioned this about age, and you said, you know, if you think about a family dynamic and a family issue, very rarely it's the old man in his 70s and 80s that are dealing with it. It's usually the middle-aged parents, you know, late 40s, 50s, 60s. And that's all you need to know about who should be running a country. When you start getting into your 70s and 80s, even your 60s really, late 60s.
Now, I've no doubt that you've got, you know, the nous, the knowledge, the respect to be able to do that job. But have you got the energy? I'm sorry, you know, it's all compassing job. Have you got the energy and the inclination to do it? Some people, maybe Donald and Joe Biden did have it. I don't know, but I've got to say, I'm not sure. Not sure. But hey ho, it's the world we live in, and unfortunately, people that's what people see in their politicians now. They want somebody who's an elder statesman, as it were. Is that right? You have to vote at the ballot box, but unfortunately, sometimes, well, in America, it's a 2-horse race, isn't it? And if you're getting an 80-year-old against an 82-year-old, who are you going to vote for? You're stuck, aren't you? You know what I mean? You know, you got Kimmy, or you've got bloody, I've forgotten his name now. Yeah. Starmer.
Yeah.
You know, you're stuck, aren't you?
Well, Starmer's in his 60s, isn't he?
Yeah, no, but
he's in his 60s.
I'm not sure. But I'm saying, when you end up with most political systems, you're ending up almost into a 2-horse race. And if those two parties are putting two people that shouldn't really be doing the job, that's up to them political parties, and they should be like having a good long think about themselves and thinking, can't we get somebody better than this? Somebody who's younger, who really wants to do it.
Well, like when you look at Rishi, I think he was as young as me, Rishi. Rishi Sunak, he was tapped.
It's a bit harsh.
You were all right.
I think he got left in a very bad situation.
Yeah.
He took over from Boris. Let's not go there. And the country was on the floor. And he made it worse.
Did he take over from Ross?
Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah.
So
I forgot, yeah.
He got double trouble.
He got double trouble because Liz Truss broke the economy, apparently. I think even the Tories say that now. So, yeah, poor old Rishi.
We just haven't got anyone. Well, there is people, but you're not hearing about them. They're up and coming. They're coming.
He got left with having to. He had to make promises he could never fulfil, which is the immigration stuff. It's just too difficult at this moment in time to do it. Other than the other policies that you could go down. The fair and just stuff, it makes it hard. Or you could be hard line and vote for certain other people. But that's about it. So we need to find somewhere in the middle.
Yes,
I think. Yes.
Bless you. You're on fire in this reading, aren't you?
Yeah.
Bless you. So there you go. This is the second video we've done on this series that we're going to do. So each week it will either be one of these videos or a psychic investigation on a Saturday.
Whatever appeals. Whatever appeals at the time. Because if it's not worthy a news story, it's not worthy of doing it, is it really? Because you do your news, don't you? This was like an extra story that came about, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just came in just a bit. But to be quite honest, there was that much in that Thursday news.
Yeah.
But yeah, go to the playlist and catch up with the others. Group healing starts on Tuesday, the chakra. Details below, £22, 2 days distance channeled healing. And I think when we had a healing session this morning, didn't we?
Yeah.
Truth be told, this is what we should be doing. Getting as much healing as we can, as much meditation, as much spiritual work, crystal work, Reiki work, shamanic work, all of it. And get ourselves, because otherwise it's just it drags you down.
Yeah. And you know, I think I said it in one of my inspiration corners this week. It's layers of an onion. It never stops. Unfortunately, it's not going to be magic wand. One session you're healed. Woo! You know what I mean? Magic pill.
We were having this conversation this morning with the lady that does our Reiki and stuff, and we're saying we find the more you do, the more you need. Because it's like, how far do you... And I actually want to take it... I want to keep doing it until I die. I swear to God. Because I've seen what happens when you don't, when you just do one session and that's it.
Yeah.
Or you don't even touch it. It's not a good sight.
No, because you can draw more in. If you left yourself more raw. Yeah, it's very interesting. But yeah, we're booked in again. So that's good.
Yes, yes. Regular 6 to 8 week sessions, don't we?
Yeah, so good. Happy days.
Thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, if you want to believe in an emoji, maybe there's a Roman victory wreath emoji.
Yeah. Or, I thought about this, an electric symbol.
Ooh.
And the Union Jack to bring electricity to America. New
Why
energy.
the Union Jack?
Not the Union Jack. And flag of America. What is the flag of America called? I forgot.
Oh, God. You've got me there. Old Summit, I think. Is it the Old Summit?
I don't know.
Let us know. I'm sure it's the Old Summit.
Electrical symbol or the victory. Is there a victory symbol?
A victory, V for victory, isn't it? It's the opposite to...
Yeah. I don't know.
It's that. Yeah. All the cool kids are doing. All the cool kids are always doing that, aren't they? It's not that, it's that. But yeah, V for victory.
So yeah, we'll see you next one.
Yeah, ciao for now.
Bye.